Hello. So for today's video, I will be redesigning Asu Rito. So I do this in my videos, and I think I forgot to do it in my last video. I tend to rename them because Yandere Dev kind of, with a lot of his characters, like Osana's a good example, he put childhood friend through Google Translate and then made it her name. Osana Najimi is childhood friend in Japanese. Or at least it's what Google Translate says. And because of that stupidity, I renamed them. So instead of Asurito, it's Emi Butaro. I looked up the last name, and it's a last name. I couldn't figure out how to say it. It's very similar to Budo's last name, but it ends with an A. And okay, now that I'm done with that, I should also say this, that if you're new here and you like this video, you should subscribe. And if you are already subscribed, you should like this video and share it. And if you have the means to do so, I have a website, and if you want a custom drawing, I have my commissions open. So please contact me. I would love to do anything. Yeah. Okay. So now that I'm done chilling, apologies, I gotta chill now, is back to Emmy. I'm gonna call her Emmy for the rest of this video, but when I'm talking about I guess the path design, I'll use Asu to make that things easier. So for Emmy, I wanted to do one thing, which is make her have a more athletic body type. Like, Asu doesn't have a very athletic body type other than some leg muscles to me. And if you're doing every type of sport ever, and you're like, especially if you're a swimmer, I was on the swim team, and I remember like what kind of body type you get when you swim, because because certain muscles build and certain muscles don't build, and Asu does not have those type of muscles. I would say Asu has more of the muscles of somebody who's on like the track team, and I'm pushing it there. She doesn't really have any. Like, there's some on her legs, but like really not at all. And I tried to make her, Emmy more like lean and athletically built. I did give her a six-pack because I thought she'd probably be like into like doing like core workouts, because having core strength is like, it's a lot. It helps so much. I have none, and I suck at sports. So, and I also decided that Emmy, unlike Asu, who just wears her school uniform and then a sport jacket tied around the waist, I decided that Emmy would be more of the type of person who is always ready to work out, so is always wearing her gym uniform. And I can imagine she gets in trouble for this all the time, but she's like, but I gotta be ready to run 5 laps between 4th and 5th period. Come on. So I decided that would be, and I also gave her leggings under the shorts because I see a lot of athletic people do that. Along with, there's one thing I do have to say is most athletic girls I see are hyper feminine, and most of the ones I've interacted with are hyper feminine. So I guess Alex didn't know about that, but I do like the fact that she's more of a tomboy. It's just, if I got given this character design and just got told do this and make a sporty girl as a romantic rival, I would have done like a girl who's like really not skinny but also like built, who has like a high ponytail and is always wearing mascara. But that's the only real, well, that's what a lot of sports girls look like, at least where I am around. What I see, most of them look like that. But I do like the fact that she's more of a tomboy-ish, like less feminine. I like that. I really do. I think it's, there's one other thing. I hate Asu's hair. I like it short. It's short, that's cute, but I hate the hair, the way it's cut. So I fixed that immediately, and I made it more of like a really short, like wolf cut, than a whatever that was, like a pixie. I don't know. All I know is I did not like the hairstyle on that character. Oh, and another difference between this character and Asu is that I was talking about body type. So this character, most of the time, athletic girls, usually if they're pushing themselves, you lose like, I know you lose your your like cycle, and you also don't tend to develop. I'm just gonna say develop. And so I thought it was really weird. I know he did it because it was Alex made that design choice because he was horny. But I thought, well, she wouldn't. If she was a real human, which there are a lot of real humans like her, why would she look? She would not look like that. Her body wouldn't really look like that unless she got given some like honkers genetics that she wouldn't. Like, even when I was more athletic. So, you know, I changed that because I didn't think it was necessarily realistic. I made her more muscular. I'm not very good at showing how I build muscles on extremities like arms and legs. I'm trying to get better, but I tried to make her legs a little bit thick but also slim, because muscle isn't always necessarily thickness. It's about what's on the inside and how like your leg is sculpted. I was a dancer and my legs weren't like, I had muscles on my legs and they were defined, but they weren't like, and I know people who have muscles on their arms who their arms aren't thick until they flex, and then it's like, oh my god, I thought you were a twig, what the, yeah. So I tried to give her more like that, I guess, than what she had before, because what she had before was kind of like off to me. But I'm done talking about her body type. Now on to Emmy and the colors I picked. So for the colors, instead of just making her tan, I decided that I think I decided this also for I decided that she'd be more like of a darker skin complexion. I'm not sure if she would be not Japanese or would be like a darker skinned Japanese person, but I decided I wanted to do that instead of just making her tan, because like there's like no people of color in Yandere Simulator, and Japan is like 99% Japanese people and 1% anything else, like anybody else. But you don't have to reflect that in your game. Like, especially when you're American. Like, I don't know, I think that's weird to like, you know, and then make everybody like a lighter skinned. I know not most of Japanese is Japanese people and Asian people, but like as an American, you are in a mixed, you are not in like a mono race society, so why are you reflecting that, especially when Yandere Simulator isn't that realistic, even though he likes to pretend it is. I'm not going to pretend this is realistic, so yeah. I decided that she would be a darker complexion, partially because she's out in the sun, partially because she's just has that complexion. I decided to give her like a tan line. I've been doing this, if you notice in my last video when I redesigned Momo, even though she's already pretty pale, I gave her a tan line because I just thought it was funny. I don't know, tan lines to me, there's no reason, but tan lines to me are very funny, and I kind of like, now that I've just started to give them to my characters, I kind of really like doing it. I think it adds an extra bit of detail and like human to them, because it's like, oh, I go out in the sun a lot, but I don't really show this part of my body, and then when I do, it's like, you know, super pale. And I decided, since she's on the swim team, and on the swim team you always wear one pieces, that her midsection would be super, super pale. And I thought that would be a cute little thing. But yeah, other than that, I really enjoyed her character design. I made her goggles sort of more like sunglasses and goggles, so that maybe when she's running in the sun, she has like eye protection from the sun. But yeah, this is Asu. I don't know exactly how she would, maybe she's like, I don't know how she would seduce Senpai exactly. I know, like, I think I've speculated on that for all the other characters, how she'd work in the game. I'm not sure. Like, I know, like, she would definitely be an obstacle because of her working out everywhere, and she'd probably be stronger than you unless you started working out with her, which I think that could be a choice. And I do think that if you started to work out with her, you could maybe become stronger than her and then overpower her. I also think maybe, like, I feel like it would be really easy to matchmake her with somebody else. And because there's like, I think I made oh god, I don't remember her name, the baking girl, bi, because there's literally no LGBTQ plus characters in his game. It'd probably be really easy. Maybe, you know what, Emmy's pan. That I've decided that now. And maybe you could just matchmake her with somebody who is like senpai but not senpai, you know. I'm gonna redesign senpai because like, there are some times where there are the like kind of plainest, quietest boys in existence who do attract a bunch of girls. I've seen it. It's kind of shocking when you're looking at it from the outside, but I've seen it happen, so it's not like it's completely out of the question. But you know, I also think maybe it would be more of a challenge. I think maybe you could get her to be on your side if you befriend her and like become like super committed to being like super sporty. She'd be like, oh, well, you're my friend now, and we always run together at 6 a.m., so it's not like I can steal your man. You know, that's all I gotta say for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any suggestions for game stuff that she could do, be free to suggest, and I will see you guys in the next video. I had such a fun time making this, and bye-bye!